Hey there, EposVox here. No fancy intro this time. We are coming up at a kind of cross coincidence lineup of my channel hitting 100,000 subscribers, as well as it being my first full year anniversary of being full-time on YouTube after having quit my job at my MCN, and about 12 years on the platform on the whole. And so I wanted to share some thoughts. I wanted to thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. I'm not actually there yet at the time of recording. I'm actually doing some Windows 10 upgrade guides and waiting on that to go, and just wanted to go ahead and share my thoughts. I wanted to plan this out, and instead I just kind of want to talk. I have some time here. I just kind of want to sit and chat about this. I am super grateful for 100K subscribers. I can't believe it's here. This is one of those things that in part of my mind I had always expected to come quicker when I've been on YouTube. As I mentioned before, I have been uploading to YouTube in various forms and on different channels for 12 years. That is half of my entire life. That's an insane fact there. And so back when I was doing the gaming stuff and really thinking that that would be my full-time thing, I was expecting to have hit this point by now. But having with the depth of understanding that I have of the platform and how many times I've changed what I've done, and that I've only really been doing the tech content since the end of 2014, the start of 2015-ish, things have been going pretty good. I've been having a great time with the channel. Things have been going amazing the past few months. Like 2018 has been my best consecutive 4 months in a row of YouTube that I've ever had on the site, which has been amazing. Every single month has been my highest sub growth month ever consecutively. January, February, March, April, just boom, 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 boom. The only month that has been higher than any of these months thus far has been August of 2015, which was when I released my initial wave of Windows 10. That was when Windows 10 came out, and I released my initial wave of Windows 10 tutorials. I literally, the second Windows 10 came out, I stayed up all night just cranking out like 20 videos, and that got me like 6,000 subscribers in 1 month, maybe higher. Yeah, I think it was about 6,000, and just a crap load of views, and the channel kind of exploded there, and that's where I really got my footing doing tutorials as my main focus. That was about a little over 6,000 subscribers, and we hit almost 5,000 for the end of April. It actually dropped back below. There was some weird sub purge this weekend, although this will be a couple weekends ago by the time you watch this, because I do want to wait till it's a 100K to upload. So it's April 30th, so the weekend right before now, there was a major sub purge where like I just kept losing everyone. Like I kept seeing friends talk about it as well. Kept losing subscribers over and over. Let's see if it will let me log into this new update here. That's not a good sign. Yeah, I have no input to the computer. We're just gonna let it sit there while I talk. But yeah, they had a huge purge, and so I was losing a lot of subscribers. So that knocked me back down like just below 5K growth for the month. But ideally, if things keep growing as they're growing, I will pass that August 2015 mark next month, maybe? Should be pretty cool. So, I am super grateful. Your all's support has been amazing. This year of content and growth and everything has been incredible, and I am super grateful. However, I don't really have big plans to celebrate this, and that may bother some people, and I understand, but I'm not that kind of person necessarily. Like, to me, subscriber count means very little. Certainly in terms of just establishing my legitimacy and being able to say, yeah, I run a YouTube channel with 100K subscribers whenever people ask what I do is definitely helpful. And there are still plenty of companies in terms of sponsorships and review products and things like that that will look at the number and be a lot more comfortable with 100K than the lower numbers that I've had. But it means very little in terms of what I do, what I can do, what I should do overall. I am still going to be working my butt off. I still work most hours of the day until I get exhausted and burned out over and over, and I need to work on working less because I experience burnout a little too frequently in terms of just running myself until I'm ragged. So I've got a lot of work to do on that front. I've been, the past couple months, which I've established to, or which I've attributed also to my happiness with YouTube over the past year, or for 2018 thus far, is I've done really well to actually spend less time working and spend more time just goofing around, playing games. I've put a couple hours into God of War so far, been enjoying the hell out of that. Played a lot of Iron Sight, and played a lot of Warframe for a little bit there. been grinding Modern Warfare Remastered and Halo Online. Not Halo Online, Halo MCC. I played like 3 hours of Halo Online. Hated it for the most part. Wasn't anything like Halo 3. Anyway, so it doesn't affect what I can do in terms of YouTube, because I'm already working more than most people ever do in a week. That's fine, but that does mean it's time for me to establish a new, bigger goal to work towards, because I've kind of just been working toward this being sustainable for a while, and I'm finally at a point where things are mostly sustainable. Like, I'm not making a whole lot of money. I'm not bringing in bukudos of epic YouTube money or anything like that, but my bills are paid, and I'm starting to finally build up ever so slightly a tiny bit of savings. Like, we're talking about minuscule amounts, but I've paid off one credit card, I'm about to pay off a second, and then we're finally going to start saving so that ideally in 2019 we can start house hunting, and my fiance and I can get a house. We can eventually start building a family, and I can build out a bigger studio, because as you guys know, I work from my living room, from this tiny, like, 1/3 of my living room, and a spare bedroom turned into a studio. And that's been great. That was a huge upgrade over what I worked with throughout 2016 at the old apartment, but it's still very small for all of the stuff that I have, and stuff is always everywhere because I don't have space for the things I need or the things I want to do. So that is my goal. That is my short to midterm goal, is 2019 to build up enough savings and income that we can get a house, and a big enough house that can have a kid or two in and build a studio onto, or turn a garage into a studio, or a big room of some sort into a studio. Well, as you guys probably know, 6 hours after recording what I just said there, I wound up having the flood situation requiring me to move, so I don't know if a house in 2019 will work out, because at our new apartment we may need to stay there for a little while, just because it's big and it can actually hold a bit of a family. My face is really red in this light. It's weird. So, still moving. Game shelf is now empty. So that's not necessarily a 2019 goal, but building up savings. I have been terrible about savings since we've been in the apartments. Building up savings with the eventual goal of moving out is still important there. And then what I'm about to say. Long term, in terms of content that you guys see, I've been thinking about this a whole lot. I don't have a formal direct announcement to make just yet, but I did want to let you all in on the overall plan. In case you haven't noticed, my content is very much focused on education now, despite saying growing up, because my mom's a teacher, by the way. I've always said that I would never be a teacher, because my mom always joked about I could just do that since she was, and I could learn from her. I wound up turning into a teacher, and that has been what most of my content focus on. And I still do reviews and things like that, but the spin is always educational, and I have been putting a lot more effort into educational courses and tutorials instead of other things. And so I'm thinking that my long-term-ish goal is I want to establish either a lot of just being the source for educational courses on a variety of tech topics, be that on third-party sites like Curious.com, which I already have a profile on, I just haven't really set up many modern courses on, or Lynda.com, if that would ever work out, Skillshare, those kinds of places. Not being my primary source of content. Like, there would still be lots of free stuff, but having courses that go up on places like that and YouTube, or to just outright establish my own educational site. And I've been looking at options, or trying to find options to where I could turn my site, because I always hated how my blog sites look, and so I usually hide them from the world. I've been looking at ways that I could turn it into a wiki, just running like wiki software and just having everything organized by searchable how-to articles. I feel like that would be really beneficial. Haven't figured out the best way to go, since my hosting, which I have paid through 2019, is very much WordPress centered. So if you have any ideas for that, link me in the description, or in the comments rather. But I want to build my own educational platform, or utilize a platform to where I am providing high quality, relevant educational courses on the regular. Long term, that may mean less of the fun videos, but just more of like bigger ones from time to time while I grind out the courses. In the short term, that will mean no change at all, because of course, in order to establish any of this, that will require continuing to build up following and to build up revenue and the resources, and eventually I have to hire certain tasks out, things like that. But that is relatively what I'm going for. That's what I've been working towards. There's no reason to pivot now. Things seem to be going well, and I enjoy doing what I do. I mean, I'm sitting here waiting on my computer to become responsive so I can... Hey, it's working! So I can record some Windows 10 tutorials right now at 7 a.m. Actually, what time is it now? It is now 8:30 a.m. Been running the updates bright and early in the morning so I can get the latest update out. So I do think longish term, my focus needs to be on establishing an educational platform of my own. We are on 1803. Perfect. So that is what I am working towards in terms of what you can expect to see from me. Of course, my focus has been for a long time and will continue to be high quality educational tutorials, educational reviews of product, tech gadgets, production gear. I have a lot more production gear videos coming soon. I have some mini courses regarding budget video production in the first place, setup tutorials, PC build videos, things that I consider to be helpful with my own spin. And I have continued to find ways where, as long as I have access to the product or the time and resources to do the project, that I can still do unique spins on things that a lot of channels already cover. And so I am excited to go forth into the rest of 2018, past 100k subscribers, into whatever magical YouTube land that supposedly is. I am super grateful for you all. I'm probably going to do a separate video detailing something along the lines of what I've learned from 12 years on YouTube. Not really going to touch on this here, but it's been 1 year since I quit my job at my MCN. I quit in late April or mid to late April 2017, up until from September 2014 until April-ish 2017. I was working full-time at a YouTube MCN that I was partnered in and wound up working for, as well as running my YouTube channels and streaming and things like that. And I quit I basically quit in March, but I officially quit in April 2017 and went full-time, only working for myself. And that has been amazing. The fact that I've been able to sustain that and only produce better and better content, in my opinion, has been incredible. That screen behind me is really bright. I am really sorry. Aha. Sort of. It has been incredible. I've been super grateful for the support that I've received and the fact that you guys have allowed me to do this and that it's continued to go well. And it seems like my work is paying off. So thank you so much. Just wanted to provide some video talking about it because I've been asked what I'm going to do for 100k, and honestly, I'm not changing much. I'm just full speed ahead as always. Got that dragon energy, or tiger blood, or whatever the kids these days are saying. Thanks for listening to this ramble. Thank you for 100k subscribers, and hope you stick around and see where things go in the future, because I really am excited to see where I go. I have a lot of criticisms of my fellow tech channels that I sometimes share. I play nice, of course. I don't want to be mean to people, but I have a lot of criticisms about the way channels handle things, and I'm super excited to put my own foot in the door with my own different approach, and I hope you guys like what you see. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support over literally half of my life in a way. I'll see you next time. I need to go record some Windows 10 stuff.